Hey y'all, Gavin here. Recently I've been wanting to test out a bunch of decks for Orlando, and I started testing out the new Mitsubishi, the new Mitsubishi archetype. And it's been really sick. It's actually been super fun. I've been enjoying it, and I want to show you guys where I'm at with my testing and where I'm at with my list. I've been playing a bunch of matches with this, and I'll even tell you guys what I've been thinking about changing and putting in and out. So let's hop right into this. Or start off with the the Reptile cards. And here they are. So these are all I play with the Rituals and Reptiles in main deck. A lot of these ratios can be changed. But what they do, let's start off with the regular ones. Saji searches spells and traps when it's tributed, specialed, or normaled. This grabs one back, and this one specials if it's sent to the grave at all through a card effect. So these cards are all crazy because they all really synergize well together, especially with them being 4s and these two being darks. They also have a random like tribute to protect effects, which are also very nice. The recursion also being able to be from banish is very nice, so that if you get Bystial, you just have like infinite recursion. And on to the ritual monsters. I only play 1 and 1. And the reason why you play 1 and 1 is that even if you get Bystial, you can always Kusanagi grab them back. And they're technically soft bricks. Like, you don't really want to open them. It's okay to see them because, like, if you get to the ritual spell, you don't want to be cut off from one half of the deck. That's why you see a lot of people playing, like, multiples of this. But they're still technically soft bricks. So there's no reason to really max out. What these two do, this is Regeki and a negate, but they can always discard a resolution to stop the negate, but that doesn't really matter. It's mostly the hand control aspect. It's very, very nice. That discard is actually like a lot better than you think it would be. Putting your opponent down to 0 cards is very nice. Making a triple tactile and say discard is also really nice. And this one, whenever your opponent special summons, you can target a reptile in your graveyard once per chain and special summon it. Very good. They also have effects where if they're tributed, they can bring themselves back and search a Mitsubishi card. Very nice. These cards are broken. Again, I don't think there's reasons to play multiples. And I'm also playing 3 Saji, which you can just make 2 Saji. But 3 is what I've been testing with, and I don't want to change my deck up too much when I show you guys this. I'm just showing you guys exactly what I'm testing. And that's at least where I think with that. You can always cut down, because the biggest issue with this deck is that you want more non-engine, so that if you get drolled, you can always stop your opponent, because droll does really hurt this package. Next, for the Ryzeals, we play triple X, double ice, 1 sword, 1 node. The Thunders in this deck are not as good as they are in Pure or Fiendsmith. You don't really want to see them. You also don't really want to normal these cards. So the reason why you don't want to normal them is because in your combo, you can get Saji, and you want to normal summon a Saji so that you're able to, get into your combo. This deck is very normal summon reliant. Everything's searchable, though. Triple X because it's a special summon starter. Double Ice because it's okay to normal summon it. You can get to combo with it, but it's not always the best. It does get you into full Ryzeal combo, and sometimes you just have to play with the Ryzeal half of your deck, and that's completely fine. Like, if you have to go like a turn playing Ryzeal and then go into your Mitsubishi cards, that's entirely okay. And then we play Node and Sword just for the searches and like the recursion. Very, very nice. I don't really think I would change this. There's an argument to just play 1 ice, but I think the 2 is fine. It's been really good in testing so far. This is also something I've been testing. I don't see anyone else doing this. I'm playing a Bystial package. This is what I chose to play over my non-engine. I'll even pull out the regain. Because if you can get into a grind game with the Mitsubishi deck and you have these in here, you just inherently win the mirror. It's also just really good against Malice if you go first, just giving you more win cons. You can just take these out for more non-engine if you would like, but I do think you should be playing Bystials no matter what. Bystials are pretty good into the deck because when you tribute this for anything, you can just Bystial it so that it won't trigger the tribute effect on the next new chain. That's the Ben 10 ruling, and that's how it's going to work against this deck as well. Can they grab it back? Yes, but keeping them off that search is very good. And yeah, it's been really good in testing so far. I've really liked it. It's been really, really nice. And just having more pushes as well is insane. Giving you access to Chaos Angel as well. You still want to have access to minigame. Surprise, Maximus, we're playing Nadir. And triple Fubulos. Because of how the deck functions, you still want to be able to draw through your deck. Your draws in this deck are actually fantastic because you're drawing into so many power spells. Just being able to like Fubulos them, like, are you drawing into hand traps? No, but you're drawing into cards that can win you the game. Like, you have more pushes than your opponent does. So this card is actually a little better in this deck than in Pure, in my opinion. Onto the spells. Triple Bonfire. This just searches your starter. X is the best starter in the deck, so there's no reason to not play this. Triple Prayers. Prayers lets you play around Imperm, and it also helps you get into your engine into draw phase because it's a quick play spell. So if you don't know what this card does, basically you can activate both effects if you tribute a Reptile, and it gives you a Mitsubishi, gives you a Reptile. And then it on special backs one as well if you take 800. It just can't attack directly. So you can like trigger all their effects again. Of course, your guys can come back. You can also use this to play around Bystials, play around Crow. Very skillful card, very nice card. Can't believe it's a common. Double Ritual. I see a lot of people playing 3 of this. It's the same reason as before. This is technically a hard brick. It doesn't do anything by itself, unlike Prayers and Bonfire. You need another card with it. So then the argument comes, okay, you can like max it out so you can see it more. Or you can just play 2 because your entire deck's searchable. So I'm deciding on 2. The first effect, when you can special one from, the first one special summons 1 from deck. That effect can be ashed by using material from your hand or field. The second effect allows you to tribute material from your deck. That effect cannot be ashed because there's nothing on it that can technically be ashed. You're tributing from deck, you're not sending from deck, which is very weird, but that's how I've been seeing it ruled. Yeah, card's insane. It's Branded Fusion. It's weird that I'm playing Branded Fusion at 2, but it's really good. Also helps trigger your rituals again, because you can tribute your material. Well, tribute your ritual monster as material for the other one, since they're both the same level. Then we're on to Nadir Servant. We're playing an entire Nadir Servant package in this deck. It should probably be smaller. I'll talk about that when we get into the extra deck. But this just helps you break boards. This by itself is like full Mitsugiri combo. If you have any other half of the deck, you can just go into so much. You get so much advantage. You can even just send Eclipse Twins and just get into even more shenanigans. And then to finish off the Ryzeal package, we're playing 1 cross. Easy side out going second. And just being able to keep up your engine if you have to play the Ryzeal half of your deck first. Or just have to play Ryzeal in general. Because, you know, it's part of the deck. Like, you can just win with your Ryzeal strategy. Then we're playing some ratios that might get a little disagreement. 1 thrust, 1 talent. These can just be hand traps if you really want to. But thrust into Nadir Servant, thrust into Bonfire are still really good. Thrust into talent is actually also insane. So, yeah, very, very good. In testing, sometimes I wish this was something else, but this also helps out with side patterns. So, yeah, also just being able to hear your opponent's hand going first is very sick. 1 Call by the Grave, you want your plays to resolve. Stop Stroll, really good. Double Droplet, I wish it was 3. This deck has a clogging problem where there's a lot of times that you just like have too many cards on your field or too many cards in your hand that like clog. A lot of your cards can be like a little redundant, which isn't a bad thing. But if you have a lot of pieces to different parts of your deck, you can just like droplet, send them away for free. Very nice. Should be a 3 of. And then 1 Purification. This is a counter trap. Well, not a counter trap, but it basically is. It's a negate that tributes. Very insane. Honestly, one of the biggest reasons to play the Mitsubishi archetype. And that's the list. It's at 44. Again, a lot of things can be changed. It's been running really well. I wanted to play more than 40 because this deck does have a lot of like soft bricks. So just like upping the count of non-engine in the Bystials really helped out with that. Again, you can move around some of the engine pieces and play more hand traps. I had a buddy trying that out. He really liked the hand traps. Hand traps are probably better than the breakers right now. But if I take it to a case tournament this weekend and I start doing that, I'll let you guys know how that works. But that's something you can do and something that in testing I've been thinking about trying out. Onto the extra deck. 2 detonator. This can be a 3 of. There's a lot of times going second. If you just have like both parts of your engine already, you can just go into detonator, start blowing apart your opponent's board, hitting all the spells and traps, baiting everything out, and then you can go into your ritual package. Very, very stupid, very broken. That's why like playing 2 ice is so good. 1 duo drive, being able to turn your Mitsubishi cards into this feels unfair, but it's very nice. Don't need to play multiple. There's even an argument you can cut this in part of your Ryzeal package, but just giving yourself that extra push is very nice. 1 Exiton for going second, just breaks the board. 1 King of the Pharaoh Imps. I see a lot of people playing 2 of this, but there's a way that you can loop it with Clips Twins, so the second one never really comes up. Again, still fantastic card. If you like get into this card at all, you just feel like you're winning the game. 1 Abyss Dweller, stops Fiendsmith, stops the Mitsubishi deck. Very, very nice. Oh, you can also make this before you go to Nadir Servant. So you can summon Maximus without fear of your opponent sending a Desiree and a Light Fiend, or in the mirror, they're sending cards that also plus them. 2 Eclipse Twins. This is like one of the decks where playing 2 of this might be mandatory. There's an argument to play 1, but being able to just kind of like loop it is very, very nice. Does a lot of really dumb things. Being able to send it off Nadir Servant late game is also like insane. So you can like make 1 and then Nadir Servant grab Maximus, and then Nadir Servant send this special back to Detonator. Insane. 1 Aggregator. When going second, X can send this instead of Eclipse Twins. And what that's going to allow you to do is it outs the DDD, outs the Floodgate. Again, very, very nice. And then I'm going to go into the Nadir package. A lot of these cards can be cut for other things. I was thinking about cutting one of these for a Lizardos. But before we get into it, well, as we get into it, 1 Ferrigite, probably the worst one. But since your deck's so cloggy, you can just get a Scry. And that's not too bad. 1 Herald of Arclight. This is arguably the best one. It just gets you into your Mitsubishi deck. Anything that like gets you an engine. This is why the Nadir package is so good in this deck. 1 Garula gets you a draw. Nothing's wrong with that. And 1 Entis just helps you break boards. What's also very important to know is that all of these can be put underneath a detonator if it's specialed. So that's insane because it allows you to just loop Herald or keep getting draws off Garua or keep like more destruction actually. It's the exact same thing as the Desiree interaction where you can just pop 1 and pop another. Then 1 SP and 1 Chaos Angel. Angel is really good for the minigame, and SP Little Knight is just good for having generic disruption. Again, Lizardos is very nice because Lizardos allows you to have, if you have, what's its name? Maximus in your hand and you bricked on it and you need it out, just having a generic card is very nice. So I was thinking about doing that more Link Climb cards. There's an argument where you can even play Dark to Dark Charmer, so you can grab your opponent's stuff if you led with the Mitsugiri part of your deck. But yeah, that's about everything. Again, there's a lot of things that can be changed in this deck and a lot of things that we can go over in the future. I'm down to make more content on this deck. I think it's very fun. I have been messing with it a lot. Having good records with it, it just feels so much stronger than everything else. But I don't know if it'll be the call for Orlando, and I'll make a video on that in the future, letting you guys know how it is. But I might even take it to a case event this weekend. I have 2 back-to-back. So depending on how that goes, I will make another deck profile. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to have a discussion on more theory in the deck in the comment section down below, let's go for it. I think the one thing that we're going to have to go for is being able to play this deck when getting drolled. And the bricking issue. This deck bricks all the time. That's why, can brick. It has the opportunity to brick and have hands that do nothing because of all the conflicting engines. But yeah, let's get that theory conversation down in the comments. So thank you guys so much for watching and have a fantastic day.